Welcome back everyone, it's Angela. It's good to have you join me. Time for a little project, and today I'm very excited because I've been having a look at some of my packaging that I have on hand and wanted to do a little bit of recycling and use some magic and change it into something pretty for our journals. So come and join me. I've grabbed two pieces here and I save all the packaging. We are very fortunate in that we get a nice sort of cream inside the packaging, although that one's not so creamy. But I like to use this. It doesn't have to be cream on the inside. I use a lot of this packaging for backing onto tags or ephemera pieces, that sort of thing. But you know, any kind of card, whether it's from a pasta box, a cake box, or any other packaging carton that you have, cereal boxes, you know, I would hang on to it because it's always got a use. Now this one here has got window with some cellophane window there, and this one doesn't have a cellophane window, but I'm going to show you how I use these today to create a little pocket in our journal. So this one's got an interesting shape and this one's got more of a rectangular shape, but we're going to use one of each of these and do something. So let's get started. I'm going to start with this one. I have got this in the whole state just to show you quickly. I've cut another one, but I want to just show you how I go about using this. And yes, I am an almond bagel tart fanatic. I love them. Now with this, this box originally was up like this with fold flaps like that. And obviously because this has got a lot of glue and stuff, you can't really use the flaps. So I tend to cut that off. And when I'm storing these, I just use my craft knife. You can cut them off with your scissors. That's also would work. So I would cut all those bits off like that first of all. So I'm just cutting along the actual natural folds of this box. Like that. Alright, so these bits here aren't bits that I can really use. So I throw that away. So now this is my usable piece. And this box did have a bit that folded like that, but that's okay. I'm going to use it flat like that. Now what I like to use is, I like to size the piece that I want to use in my journal. I'm just going to grab a page that I have open here. Just for sizing purposes, I just take my pencil and I just think, okay, I don't want it to go too far close to the spine there. And probably up to about a max of that, maybe a bit more there. And then I would just cut that off on this one side. Now, I wouldn't usually use the back piece. I would use paper just to reduce on the bulk, because that back section there is great for backing on tags. Right, so it's got a join over here, and I'm going to just run the bone folder like that, and as you can see, that piece can be used for backing tags, so that's great. And then I would open that up, trim that piece off just at the natural fold of the packaging. All right, so we have got now a piece there that is half an inch there. Half an inch is about 1 1/4 centimeters. And then I'm going to just measure off where I drew the line there, so that I know that the piece will fit on the page. So just thought I'd share that with you if you weren't sure how I go about it. I'm only going to do this with the one, and I'm just using my board here just to make it straight. Right, so this piece here is now going to fit onto this page easily like that. So I'm happy with that. All right, don't worry what's on it, because we're going to cover it. And yes, it's all very bad for you. So I wouldn't I haven't eaten these for months now, but I do keep all this packaging. As I say, it's a great source of cardboard, and obviously it means you don't have to buy any. So if you have pasta boxes or anything like that, even if it doesn't have this nice cream underneath, you can always use it to back your tags onto, and print onto much thinner paper, like normal copier weight even, as long as it's a nice quality, or just for backing paper, print on the creamy background base and stuff like that. You know that I usually use that cream base to print onto the back, so that's a separate piece that I've stuck onto this. All right, so you go and use that card. It saves you money. All right, so that I will hang on to because, as I said, I will use it for ephemera. Okay, and that little piece is just how I go about cutting that out. I will save that. I have actually cut out one here. Yes, I eat a lot of cake. Well, I did. I don't so much anymore. Right, so here I've cut one out, and again, it's going to fit perfectly fine onto this page. So have a look at the packaging and just make sure that you've got a bit of a border on each side. And then we're going to stick that in here ultimately. All right, so I'm not going to give you measurements because it'll be different for A4 and US, but just have some kind of a space there. All right, so that's the first one. Now, I have gone ahead and done that. I'm going to also cut out this one here. So let's do that quickly. And again, I'm going to do this really quickly, and I'll come back and show you once I've cut that out. All right, so we've got these two different shapes now. This one's got some a bit of a cellophane window. If you don't have a window, you can always stick a window in. On this one, I don't have a window, but I'm going to stick something in here. But I'm going to use this first of all to cover. Now, before I stick the window in, it's a good time with a difficult shape like that to actually use it before you stick anything in. So I've taken a piece of paper here. I didn't cut this out before. I just wanted to show you how I would go about this. So I would lay this underneath like that. And I would then take my pencil and just measure, draw around this, I should say. All right, now to cut the window out, you want to just use your pencil and draw there like that. Now, if it has got a window, you can lift that window up and then stick it back down. But just having this shape, it's best just to draw it like that. That's the way I would go about it. I'm sure there are many other ways. Right, so now it's just a case of trimming where we've got our lines, so really not difficult. And I'm only going to do this with the other one I've cut out already. It's easier when it's a rectangle or straight line shape. So there we go, that should be okay. Let's just check. Yeah, I just want to trim off this bit here, that's looking a bit chunky. There we go. All right, so that's right. And now we can just go about cutting that out. Now, there are lots of ways to do this. I am going to use my scissors. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut along here, I think. First cut along this section. So I'm going along the straight line first of all. Right, and then I'm going to take my scissors to cut out the rest. So just lift that up, press that down, and now you can get in there and cut this out. There we go. Hang on to that for something else. Right, so we've got those two bits there. Now it's pretty easy. You've got your piece, you can now stick it down onto the top there like that. And I'm going to just distress this first. So we've got that there, and this is going to go and get stuck on there. Then on this one, it was easier to do this. I've cut out the rectangle, and then I just use my pencil. Because it's got a window in, you can take the window out and draw around the shape. I just did my usual trick like that. So I'm going to stick both of these down now, and I will see you back here in a moment. Okay, so I have just stuck the top of that on there, and then this one on here. This one doesn't have its little window or anything yet. This one does, so that's great. All right, so the next step here is we're going to ultimately put a backing onto this and a backing onto this, and that's going to make like a little pocket. Now with this one, I'm going to stick this down with glue. So I'm going to just use this little bit of glue. You can stitch around it if you want to. That might look quite nice. So just a little bit of glue here. All right, so then we can just get that round and get that stuck down. Now before I stick this one, what I want to do is I want to put in a window. Now you can use the acrylic or polypropylene little sleeves that you get from packets or anything like that, you know, absolutely anything that's clear or opaque. You could use vellum, tracing paper, but I'm actually going to use something that was inspired by Linda. Linda used this on when we were doing the vellum pockets with the tea stain paper. So Linda, this I took from your idea now. And we all have a lot of lace, and this lace was gifted to me, but anything that's like this or tulle or any sorts of lace, even if you've got this kind of netting, that would work as well, you know. So go and have a look there what you have got. I'm going to stick this on here before I stick it onto the backing. So I wanted to get the flowery bit sort of centralized. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it this way so I can see where I am doing what. And then I'm going to just take my 3-in-1 beacon glue and get that sorted. So yeah, I'm going to get that stuck down here nicely. Give it a little pull slightly just to make it slightly tighter, like that, as you go. Right, very gloopy. It's the end of my bottle, but I really need I'm making use of every last drop of it. Right, and then I'm going to just pull that down so that it's pretty taut. And that's a good thing about the beacon. It gives you just a few seconds. So I want that pretty tight. All right, so that's drying there quickly, and we will go and put our backing on this one. I'm going to leave it like this just for a while. It's doing its thing, and then I'll be able to go on to the next little bit. Right, now what I'm going to do here, we've got one side that's open. It's this side, I think, yeah. And we've got a little pocket in there, so I'm going to put in my little card, but I want to just put some little decorative bits on here. So let's do that quickly. So it's just some die cuts, and I have here, so I've got like a little green and a little mauve one. I'm going to just put these over here like that, and then I've got a little blue piece as well. So let's get those stuck down ever so quickly. All right, so I've got this little flower as well, and again I'm going to just stick that down with a bit of this fabric. This is a paper flowers, and yeah, I've got them on my Amazon. The bigger ones I got from eBay, and the smaller ones I got the mulberry flowers from Amazon. So I've just sewn a little button on there like that. And before I put this little tiny violet piece here, I wanted to get that down, so I didn't cover it with a flower once I'd done that. So I'm just going to have this little piece just poking through there like that. Right, and then at the top, again, just two little flowers I've put together, and then with a button, and then just one of these little greenery pieces Right, so there's that little frame done, and I quite like how that's turned out. Okay, so we've got that one there. We'll leave that one to the side for the moment. Let's move back with this one now. Right, so this one's nice and taut there now, looking good. And I've got this piece. This is its backing paper. And just use this from my, all these pages come from my background pages from my birds and bees. So either the background pages or something. This one isn't in that kit, but it's from the background pages. Yeah, that sounds lots of confusion there. So I'll just be quiet. Right, so I'm going to just put some glue on the top here. And then again, we can just get that stuck down. Right. So I like how that looks. And then again, I'm going to just put a few decorations on here. So again, just a couple of goodies to go on here. Put the green one on first, I think. Then this nice lavender one, and then one of these little violet ones. Okay, and then again we're going to put on one of these little flowers down at the bottom there. Two other bits at the top here. And then again, just two little flowers again, paper flowers. All right, so there we've got those done. So that looks ever so cute. So I want to just show you now how those are going to go into this journal. So I thought I would put a little bit of stenciling on here. So I think for this one I'm going to use a little bit of the green. Well, let's do a little bit of the milled lavender. So I'll use a bit of this. I just want to put it at various spots here, so not too dark. And you can check what it's doing by looking underneath, of course. This one is pretty light. And then I want to just add some green as well. So I've got some green. Just grab this brush, and again just using this here. There we go. So we just got a little bit of that going on. Now this one here is going to be for the purple one, so I'm just moving that out the way a little bit. And then I'm going to have the pocket opening on this side here, and then I'm going to stick that down just like that. So you could make a pocket at the top if you wanted to add a tag, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to take my glue and run it all the way down. Right, so we've got that there like that. Nice to be able to remove the pages to stick things down, so I do like to do that. I find it easier, and you can get a nice firm hold on it this way and press it down. Right, so we've got that there. Then that just goes back there, and this is in our first signature. All right, so you've got that one there. Let's leave it to dry. And then this one I'm putting in my other signature. Oh, sorry, that's my second signature. This is my first signature. That's this one. All right, and then I've got this green page here, and I thought that would look lovely there. picking up those colors from that side. So I'm going to stick this one here. I'm not going to stencil on this one because we've got enough going on. Right, so I want to just get that like that. And again, it's easier to do it on a flatter surface. Okay, so there we go. Right, so now I've just made two little cards. This one is from an ephemera piece, from my ephemera kit from the birds and bees. I've just put on that lace background page and sewn on a little tab there. So that I'm going to end up putting here. I'm just going to let that one dry a bit. Right. So this one is going to go into this bit here. Now hopefully it's going to fit without giving me too much hassle. So let's try that quickly. So just take your bone folder and then take your card, and the card can then just slide in over there nicely. Now this card I cut from one of my background pages, so one of these actual pages that had that on, and I just sized it to fit in there, and look how cute that looks. It's just framed that like a little frame, and these would look lovely as little frames, you know, for pictures that you frame, or just, you know, to give to somebody as a gift, as a card front or anything like that. I think it's really cute. You can tie in a ribbon there if you wanted, you know, through there if you wanted to do that. So that's the one. And then the last one here is this one, which I'm just going to grab like this quickly so you can see and I can see. And then that one's going to slide into this over here. Now you won't see as much, obviously, but there's nothing wrong with that. You can see through it, and I quite like how that sort of just makes the suggestion of the visual. So there we go. Right, so there's the one, and there's the other. If I can grip it all. These are getting fat now. Right, so that's using some recycled packaging, making little pockets. And how adorable is that? I had some other bits here as well, which I thought I could add little goodies to. So if you want, you can add like a little bee or a little butterfly. You know, you can do that. Just to add in a little bit of a pop of yellow or whatever. I might do that. I'll do that after. But yeah, you can, I even had a little quote, because I thought you could add that on there if you wanted to as well. You know, that might look cute as well. Maybe like that and like that. What do you think, guys? All right, so there we go. Believe in yourself. I couldn't make a better quote for the day. Believe in yourself. All right, everyone, I hope that you've enjoyed this. Go and look at what you can salvage as far as packaging is concerned. I can tell you, I have 2 plastic boxes full of, of packaging. I refuse to throw it away. I do get through it and use a lot of it, and I do highly recommend it, because why should we have to pay for cardboard when we can use something we have already? I have a little surprise for you guys as well. So look what I've got. Look what this is. This is the fabric, and I haven't ironed it yet, to be fair. This is the fabric for the autumn journal. Look at that. So this will be going into my shop today as well. So I will put out the fabric for the journal covers. I've got this one, which is the Autumn Whispers journal cover fabric. I love this. I love all the little bits on here. I've also restocked some of the Wildflower Wishes fabric and a few more of the Birds and Bees fabric as well. So if you didn't get hold of one of those, or you're wanting to, you can go and grab that too. All right, everyone, I am now ready to say a final goodbye. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful week. I will see you Friday. We'll have a little project there as well. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get through the Floral Folly flip through for you on Sunday. I'm hoping. Let me see how I go. All right, stay well. See you all very soon. Bye-bye.